Hi everybody and welcome to the Parler. Today I'm doing this appointment in English because I am guest Charlie Jackson. Come here, Charlie. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? All okay?
Yes,
Okay. We speak in English, but every time in Italian because I miss.
There is a problem.
Thank you.
We can try.
Okay, let's start with your when do you live, and what do you do in your life, and how old are you?
Okay. I am 24. I didn't remember. I live in Foligno and I currently teach English. So I'm a teacher.
Okay, nice. How much for you it's difficult at the Italian?
Well, it's difficult for me to speak Italian because the difference in the grammar is it's like a big problem for me. And when I first arrived here, I didn't speak any Italian. I only knew ciao. Okay, ciao. So now I can understand more, but if people speak very slowly, so I'm always like, per favore, parla lentamente per me.
How much it's complicated, the Italian?
It's complicated because there's the dialect. So when people speak together in the dialect, I don't really understand very well. But when they ask me a direct question in Italian, I can understand. So, and also, people often know English because you study it at school. So if I say, can we speak in English? A little bit in English, a little bit in Italian, and then we can understand each other.
You have to. Excuse me for the guest, the real guest. That is Burro.
This is Burro.
Good morning, Burro. And I ask you, how many languages do you think a person can study on a life?
It depends on the person, because some people find it very easy to, you say, pick up the language, to learn the language. So it actually depends on if you have the passion for it. So if you don't have the passion to speak the language, or you don't need to speak the language, you probably find it quite difficult. But for example, some of my students are bilingual and they can speak 5 languages, but they have the passion for it.
So much, 5 languages.
Yeah, and they're only like 11 or 12. It's amazing. But some people, for example, they need English for university or for work. So they only learn it because they need it. So it really depends on the person.
Can be the English like jolly?
Like a...
Jolly.
What's that?
Jolly is a language that it's for every place.
Oh,
can
like
be
the universal language.
Yeah.
Yeah, because English is used for business, it's used for international business. So if you can speak English, sometimes you can work wherever you want. But it depends on the place as well, because often, for example, I can't work another job here if I don't speak Italian, because in Italy, if you don't speak Italian, it's quite difficult. But in other countries, the universal language is English. So, yeah, it depends.
In Italy, there are many types of dialecti.
Yes.
Okay. Like here on Foligno, pische, pischello, boy.
Yes.
Or frego.
Yeah.
On Perugia.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
For boy or girl. It's the same on England.
We have a dialect, but you can still be understood. It's not a different language, and it's more a different accent. So, for example, where I'm from in England, it's in the north, near Manchester. So Manchester, Leeds, and I live in the middle.
How much is far from London?
I don't know in kilometres or miles, but it's 2 hours on the train. So it's not because England's small, it's not too far. But for example, where I'm from, it's a small town called Barnoldswick, and the next town they have different words that they use, like in Italy, but it's only phrasal. It's not a different language. It's just certain words that are different. But there are so many accents in England. It's very funny. Yeah, and there's different phrases that people say that they don't realise that it's not correct English. So.
How much the person or have you got to transfer here? Courage that have you got for transfer to, how can I say, be here on Italy and go to live on London or...
Okay, yeah. For me, not very many people, but I think in the past, for example, we had some doctors who wanted to go and live in London. So there are lots of people who learn the language to go to find a different job. For example, in America, in London, yeah. So we have had a few students.
How much is different from the American?
For me, it's not very different. But I imagine for other people it's different because they have different words that they say and the pronunciation. But actually, in my opinion, it's easier for people to understand Americans because they speak really loudly and they're more expressive, whereas English people are more like this. It's like, pardon, sorry, I can't hear you. So yeah, I think that for other people whose mother tongue isn't English, I think it's easier to understand American people because they speak more clearly.
Okay. I ask you, can be great the fast link understand of the flight from here to London Stansted? Can be great this link.
Yeah, it would be, but I think it's very expensive to fly from Italy to London. Yeah, but if they had the link, then I would definitely use it. Because when you arrive in England, in London, it's actually more expensive to go from London to Manchester than it is to go to Rome and then fly to Manchester. So it depends where you are in the UK. Because to travel around the UK it's very expensive. So.
Have you ever been on another country?
Yeah, I travelled when I finished university.
Where?
I went around Thailand, and it was just to go travelling on my own, to have an experience. And I did lots of amazing things and met lots of great people. And I've never been to America, but I would like to go to the south of America. And I've been around Europe as well. But,
do you like Foligno?
Yes, I love Foligno!
It's a small city, but...
yeah, but that's why I like it, because in England, where I was living in Leeds, where I went to university, it's very, very big, and you have to stay there for a long time to feel like you're a part of the community. And I lived there for 4 years, and I felt when I left, I was part of a community. But here, I've been here for 7 months, and I feel like every time I go out, I know somebody, I bump into somebody that I know, and it's a very friendly city, and it's really cultural. There's lots of art and music and theatre, which is what
I know
my passion is. So,
yeah. What type of passion have you got?
Well, I did graphic design at university.
Okay.
Which transfers quite well to teaching English because it's a private school. So I can use like my art talent to teach. So I often make my lessons creative with art and music. I'm a singer, so I used to sing in England. And also I do circus work. So I did
after we talk about it.
Yeah, so art, music, and performing.
Can be like elegance, the Italian languages.
Like an elegance, yes,
Yeah.
because there's more words. And for example, I'm like, if I don't know a specific word from English, I'm like, come si dice questo? Ah, Charlie, c'è tanto parole.
Tante parole.
Okay. So for me, it's
Many words
Yeah,
for one
one
thing.
specific thing.
Yeah.
Which is great because you expand your vocabulary, but it's often hard to translate directly from English because also English is so phrasal. So a specific word in English doesn't translate, but then you find there's so many words.
I know. The Italian is full.
Yeah.
I have seen many photos of you with particular moments.
Yes.
Can you explain me?
Okay. Well, I did ballet since I was 3, maybe 4. So originally I'm a dancer.
Yeah.
And then I've done gymnastics, parkour, what else have I done? Cheerleading, which helped with the like acrobatics. And in England I got involved just doing like acro yoga, which is like 2 people and they do like yoga but like acrobatic positions. And it's generally for the circus, but you can do it just as like for work at like festivals, at parties. And one of my friends, Deborah, who has a circus called Urban Angels Circus in Leeds.
It can be comparable to the circus.
Yeah, with dance, like dance is my base, but there's many things that you can use with it, because if you've got the dance training, you're strong, you're flexible, you find it easy to learn like different sports easily because you understand how to use your body. So for me, I love circus because it's really fun, and with the silks, the nastro, you can have like an adrenaline rush, but without really exerting yourself too much. So it's good because you can perform, it's fun, it's social, and you get this like amazing energy. You're like, ah, so exciting!
And how much have you practiced this?
I've done it for
From when?
maybe only a year and a half. Yeah, because before I did just dance, ballet, and cheerleading and gymnastics. But I had a bit of an injury on my ankles, so I'm trying to find a sport that, as I get a bit older, it's not too. You can still do circus things easily as you progress.